But although it technically is, we had still no closer to discerning whether or not the victim was holding a knife.
Hold it!
Let me speak, please. No, you don't get to speak. You're the defendant. You don't get to defend yourself. The professor didn't have a knife. And also, there was another person in that room. The real witch was there too. Please believe me. It would have been very helpful if you told us this before. Just saying. Just so you know. You know.
Accused, I really need to warn you again. Inside the cage you are to behave like a bird that has forgotten its song. Speak again and you shall be punished. Alright, in a particular hurry to taste the flames of justice, little bird.
Objection!
I mean, it's just mean. Just poke the person in the cage with the sword. Poke, poke, poke.
But it's true that someone else could be the crime scene. Look at the sketch. The victim was facing towards someone, and that person wasn't Maya. So, Blue Knight, your ignorance is no longer even a surprise. Huh? You don't know what's transpired at the crime scene. You think this man was pointing at another person, you say? Let me tell you this. Nearly everyone in this court, other than you, knows what the actor was pointing at.
What's that?
Well, honourable witnesses, is that not so? Oh! Some guy loves some gossip and stories of the occult, okay. Elusive like mist, the magical beast. Its chilling breath brings about death.
Go away. Oh dearie, dear me. You could use some education, Blue Knight. I can offer you private tuition, but it will not come cheap. If the professor wasn't confronting Maya...
Witnesses, you will now testify. Tell us about this other presence at the crime scene.
So what's this going to be? I have no idea. Is it the transmutation circle? Do people not like that? I don't know.
We all know what happened to that alchemist, so this case is no mystery.
Same place, same magic trick. This time her luck ran out as she dropped that magic scepter.
The truth obscured by a twisted ruse. The witch couldn't vanish, but did confuse.
Okay. It happened because the professor unraveled the mystery behind all these witches.
The same magic trick was used. They're referring to an incident from 3 months ago.
So how does everybody know more about this incident than we do? When we've been researching it, we've been trying to find out more about it. We've been asking people. And how does everybody in the town, every single person apparently, know more about it than we do?
I don't know. Much like this incident, a man lost his life to witchcraft in that very room. It was the master of that residence, Sir Newton Belgium, the alchemist. He suffered death by strangulation. Finger marks were left on his neck. He had locked himself in his study and the key was still in his pocket. In other words, no one could have entered that room. The perpetrator disappeared from the locked room, just like in this case. A large amount of powdered medicine was spilt all over the floor.
I remember that.
Powdered medicine. Sir Belgium was an alchemist. He possessed various medicinal concoctions. Due to the presence of that powder, had anyone entered the room, clear footprints would have remained. Yet there were none.
Not even from the last 3 months of investigation.
Who knew?
That's the kind of mystery the professor would have left to solve. No, stop wallowing in self-pity.
Thus there were 2 unnatural circumstances to Sir Belgium's death. The culprits disappeared from a locked room, and the fact they appeared not to have walked on the floor. It's almost as if they flew away.
In other words, it could have been the Demir magic that was used in my case the other day.
Seems like Curl levitated above the floor, strangled Belgium, and vanished into thin air. But what does that have to do with the trial? It has been 3 months since that murder. Despite that, we still haven't been able to find the witch responsible. But now, having eluded us for so long, that witch has finally been brought before this court. We will have justice. We will have justice. What? No way. Now he thinks Maya killed the alchemist too? We weren't even here back then, but it's not like I can explain that to him. Why don't we interrogate the witnesses? Not sure aware of the connection between the 2 murders.
Objection!
You can't be serious. 3 months ago, we weren't even. We weren't even!
trick was last time?
Defender, you may interrogate the witnesses. May the testimonies lead us to the truth.
Well, I guess we've got to figure something out. Not that I know what that's going to be. Cross-examination number 2. A shadow at the crime scene. We all know what happened to that alchemist, so this case is no mystery. I don't! Can you please let me know? Can you please just hold it for a second and just tell me what happened? I think that would be very beneficial to my case right now. You're talking about Mr. Belgium's murder, which took place in the locked room. Yeah, real shock, alright. Everyone was talking about it. People don't say this out loud, but you know, you're thinking it too, eh? I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. Ain't it clear as day? He was an alchemist. An alchemist! Alchemy's just like magic, innit?
So Belgium was a bad. Only a woman could be a witch. What's more, witchcraft has nothing to do with alchemy. They're different. Somehow.
Sounds like a very fine line. Alchemy is a mysterious art of manipulating the forces of nature, and witchcraft isn't? Pretty much anything can be said to be the mysterious art of manipulating the forces of nature. Let's Plague is a mysterious art of manipulating the forces of nature. You know, my sound waves going into the microphone, you know, it's all manipulating natural stuff. Sounds like magic to me. Alchemy's invisible to regular people. It's all magic, really. And you know, a couple of days before the witch got him, there was that lightning that struck. Lightning. Glad you're asking, because I like telling that one. That's okay. That was when the bell tower appeared. I know that one. That's the part about this story that I actually know. All of a sudden, like a bolt from the blue sky, there was this bolt from the blue sky. The sky lit up and turned blood red, and then out of nowhere, an old looking bell tower appeared in a burst of flames. Makes you realise Mother Nature's pretty powerful stuff, eh? Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what happened. You have strayed off the topic at hand, witness. This is a courthouse, not an inn. Save your thrilling stories for later. Still don't know what happened to Belduke. You're not really helping here. Same place, same magic trick. I don't know what the magic trick was! Hold it. Would you care to elaborate on that, Miss Primstone? You could say I'm a scholar, and my knowledge is vast and diverse. I know a thing or two about witchcraft. Why is it letting me look around the characters? I don't know. Therefore, I have a very good idea of the type of magic that must have been used this time. The magic behind this mysterious figure that appeared out of nowhere glided through the air and vanished after making the kill. Indeed, yes, and the witch's scepter confirms my theory. Veg, here's something. I keep checking, I gotta check. I gotta remain vigilant. A brilliant deduction. I'm honoured to have studied under an excellent teacher such as yourself, Miss Primstone. She's his teacher? That kind of explains a lot. Our occult crime analysts have arrived at the same conclusion. Mr. Wright! I found it! The page where the purple man... Whoa! It only took you like half an hour. I forgot you were even looking for it, to be honest. The spell's called Familia. Familia? What does it do? The spell Familia, bound within this purple gem, is used to summon a familiar.
Familiars appear out of nowhere. I'm sorry, familiars appear out of nowhere, glide through the air, and vanish when their task is accomplished. They are evil, bloodthirsty spirits, used by witches to perform outrageous crimes. Evil spirits? You're saying the witch used a familiar too. Boom! There's a familiar that took Sir Belduke's life, and now it has appeared again. Just angle that up a little bit. So Silcat was probably trying to ward off the evil spirit with his knife. But what good is a knife against an occult creature? It completed the task given to it by the witch and promptly vanished. Thus bringing us to the conclusion that Sir Belduke and Sir Silcat were both killed by the same witch. It's gonna be the butler. I'm pretty sure at this point it's gonna be the butler. At first I blamed Miss Primstone, but no. It's the butler. The butler did it. What's unexpected turn of events? The two instances have been shown to be connected. It's the butler, and that's why the butler's going around saying that he's male, that she's male. So she can't be tried to be a witch or whatever. I'm sorry, but that butler is not male. Just the same witch is said to have been used in both cases. And there we have the Familiar page. The spell Familiar has been bookmarked in the Grand Grimoire. Familiar! Shadow Familiar spell. Summons forth a magic familiar from the shadows. Although it possesses a physical form, it is completely weightless. That is also probably going to be an important detail.
Oh, that is terrible. No, Maya's accused of 2 murders.
Oh dearie dear me, I was right as always.
This gruesome murder will be in the next exam. Make sure to take notes. Now shall divulge what really happened.
We're all ears, Miss Primstone.
That hat maker was pointing the knife at the witch's familiar.
Oh, her chestmate's changed. Okay.
Hold it!
What else do you have to say then? Did you actually see the familiar?
Oh dear me. No, I did not. When that boy opened the door, the familiar had just disappeared. Had the boy opened the door sooner, no doubt we would all have seen it. If you were my student, I would have made sure to teach him not to dilly-dally.
Hang on. Luke has stuff to say. Luke has stuff to say. Luke has some raging to do.
Hang on!
He's like, I don't dilly-dally. I'm a true gentleman.
Is everything alright, Luke? You seem to be in deep thought about something.
No, it's not right at all.
Is there something Miss Primstone's testimony you'd like to comment on?
That's what I kept telling you. The professor wouldn't point a knife at anyone.
Dear me, it wasn't in person, child. I'm telling you, I saw a knife. I distinctly saw the glint of a sharp blade.
Objection!
What's that gonna be? If it's not a blade... I don't know. Kinda want to. At any rate, as we can see now, the victim's arm is missing. As such, there is no proof that he had a knife.
Objection!
That is but a mere detail, it matters not.
Mere detail? Matters not.
Wait, does someone just do, like... Am I gonna get, like, a double questioning? That'd be weird. Oh my, anyhow, I wonder, where could that missing arm be?
Yeah, that has to be looked into.
Oh, there we go. There we go, someone's taking it. Some guy! It's gonna be some... He sold the professor's arm and that's why he's got all those jewels. What a dude!
Hang on!
Some guy. Do you have something you'd like to? Do you have something you'd like to share with the rest of the class? Anything at all? Anything but ellipses? It's fine. Mr. Some Guy. It's Mr. Some Guy punching back first to you, Bluey. The likes of you ought to show some respect for a future man of wealth such as me. Hey, we got Some Guy's theme. Some Guy's theme is one of the greatest songs in this game. He seems to be looking ahead to a future full of newly gained riches. I can look wherever I bleed and please. Anyway, why are you looking at me like this? That. I don't know about that golden bloke's right arm.
Excuse me, Mr. Wright.
What is it, Speller?
I may be wrong, but there's something about that man. Would you say he looks suspicious?
It's not just you. Everything about him is so shady he wants me to double check my pockets. Mr. Amir, stop pretending you don't know anything about the victim's missing arm. He sold Layton's pointing arm! You can get a lot of money for Layton's pointing arm. I told you I know nothing. Nada. 0 nil. I ain't seen it. I heard about it. I'll put it in my pockets. I'll sold it on the black market, which is for my children. Put it in your pocket. It wasn't me, honest. Seriously, I've got nothing to do with it.
Objection!
Is this the buyer?
Mia! You lying, cheating, good for nothing! You tried to deceive me!
It's the pawn shop guy! Order, order! Who is that person? He's gonna jump down. Yeah, he jumped down. It's Price the pawnbroker! And this man is a shameless cheating bum. He had the nerve to lie to me.
What did he lie to you about?
I'll tell you, on the day of the crime, Miet came to my shop. He walked up to me saying he got his hands on a superb work of art, rare as gold dust. Think I know where this is going. What work of art could it be? I've got it right here.
An arm! What the hell does that say? Lummour? It looks like Lummoun. I'm not entirely sure what that what that's supposed to say.
Just like I thought.
That's...
Oh my! Oh my! In the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney movie, the judge is actually played by George Takei.
Professor! It's the Professor's arm! It's his Pointin arm!
It's pure gold, it's exquisitely crafted. It is entitled Towards Tomorrow, or something like that. I'd never seen a piece of gold so fine before. And so, suspecting nothing, I paid that rascal a rather handsome sum. Who would have thought? And what am I hearing now? That there was a human arm, no less. You, sir, are a monster. You're as bad as a witch is familiar yourself. He's a monster. I didn't know it was arm, I swear. When I saw it, it was already like that. What do you mean? I was last to see it, it caught me out right away. That golden arm pointed up to the ceiling with such optimism and authority. I thought, it looks like it's showing me the way to a brighter, brighter, richer tomorrow. To me, it was a work of art, a precious one at that.
And then it found its way into your pocket and you pawned it?
You mounted it on a crude stand, gave it a tawdry title and passed it off as some kind of sculpture. And then you went out, spent all the money on jewellery, and came into this courtroom like all nonchalantly like, yeah, I just got magically rich. Don't try and look away from the truth now. Darn it, I can look where I am, please. And look away from the facts and forward to the future. Always look on the bright side. Always look on the bright side of life. That's a mere punching bag's motto. It is.
Hidden puzzle! Sound the klaxon! The hidden puzzle warning lights must be turned on! This is the first time in the entire game that thing's not been zero. Sound the klaxons!